What is a list of books that help with applying God's law to our society, government, culture? What do you think? What are some good books?
A list of books for God's law. Oh, okay.
For applying God's law beyond just the church to society.
I mean, AD was, I think, reading one, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've got it right here. It's called The Institutes of Biblical Law by R.J. Rushdoony. And what I like about it is it's good as a reference. It has a huge index in the back. Any Bible verse you can think of, you just look it up and you'll see pages it's mentioned. So you don't have to read the whole thing if you don't like to do that kind of thing. That's the one I would recommend because it's just, it's thorough, it's exhaustive. Again, you can't believe literally everything he says. You got to use discernment, but it's very helpful.
I agree. The Ten Commandments by Thomas Watson. The Puritans, I think a lot of their stuff is really, really
You hear
good.
that? Puritan.
John likes the Puritans. He likes the Puritans. Do you have a book recommendation? Greg Bonson?
Yeah, I mean, I have, by this standard, right? It's his book on that. And I think I had Theonomy and Christian Ethics and stuff. It has some good stuff to say about it. I'm trying to think. Honestly, this is kind of a weird answer in some ways, but so this isn't like...
Leviticus, is that what you're trying to say?
That's a good one. That's a great one.
Nah, I'm an Exodus guy, actually. No, some of the confessions, actually. Some of the, this is the history answer here, but some of the historic confessions, I think, have some really good information on that. So, like read the Westminster, and it doesn't go into specifics as much. Synod of Dort and just all of the historic confessions, the Heidelberg, they all have to deal with this somewhere along the line. So, go to the primary source. I like doing that.
Yeah, no, that's good. And Toby Sumpter, just to give him some props, he just recently wrote a 50-question catechism on God's design for government. And it's on Canon Press. He did a video of it where he gives the question and a short answer. And it was fantastic. It was really, really good. And then all the Greg Bonson stuff, thanks to Jeff Durbin and James White, the Bonson family has given that to Apologia. And so they started Bonson University, and all of it is now free through Apologia and their ministry.
And for homeschool parents, some of this stuff can be heady. And so I'm kind of, if those who listen to the podcast, I probably said before, like I'm a paleo-conservative, or at least I think I am. I consider myself that. And I look at there's principles in the Bible that should be applied. I don't think it's a one-for-one necessarily, and it's hard. There's a certain context that the law was given, but I think it does apply, the principles of it. And there's a book that I think you could use even with your kids because it's so simple, and I don't even know where you could find it now, but it's by a guy named Peter Hammond. It's called Biblical Principles for Africa. It's not even for the United States, but I remember when I was probably a teenager, I found it somewhere. I don't even know where I found it. And it's super short, and it just goes through really basic stuff about property and the role of government, and I just thought it just was pretty clear. So if you can pick up Peter Hammond, Biblical Principles for Africa, I think it's pretty good. And his whole thing, just by the way, so he's a missionary, and he's trying to show people in Africa that he's trying to teach, here's what the Bible says, because in some cases they are trying to reform and start from scratch, and they're asking these questions. So that's why I think it's really good.
Wait, real quick before you go, do me a favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell so you'll be notified with all our new content as it comes out on a daily basis. And if you're willing to support this ministry, you can do so by going to rightresponseministries.com/donate. Thanks so much. God bless.